Hi guys, I'm Sharan. I'm one of the medical students from Lancaster University. In this video, I'll be talking about the course from year 1 to 5, just so that you get a general overview, and then I'll talk about my experiences at Lancaster as a medical student. You might want to keep in mind that things might have changed since this video has been uploaded, so if you want to know more about studying medicine at Lancaster, go look at Lancaster Uni's website. I'll leave the information in the description below. So, let's get started with the course. So the course is problem-based learning with lectures and clinical anatomy teaching. Problem-based learning is a type of learning where we work in small groups and we look at patient-based scenarios. We create objectives from these scenarios and then we go learn about them and feed back to the group afterwards. Because of these scenarios, we study a wide range of subjects from anatomy to social sciences to medical ethics. So essentially, in each scenarios, we learn about medical sciences and non-medical sciences. So the course is 5 years long. To get an overview, we start first year by learning about the normal structures and functions of the human body, basic concepts and some clinical skills. And then second year onwards, we put those skills to practice when we start our hospital and community placements. Alongside the placements, we learn about problems with the human body and we start to learn more about diseases and disorders. On top of the core curriculum, we have something that's called special study modules, and we have some for each year, and this is basically coursework. And for those who want to specialise in the future, they can choose whatever topics they want to talk and write about in their special study module, which will look really nice in their CV down the line. So these are some of the things that I think are important for you to know if you're thinking of studying medicine at Lancaster. If you want more information, you can head over to the website. They've got more detail there, and just bear in mind things might have changed since this video has been uploaded. So now let's move on to my experiences. What I found difficult at the start was the huge jump from A-levels going into university. You have to be more independent at uni, where you're looking after yourself, you have to be more proactive, get books from the library. The fact that you have more freedom is a good thing, but it's, you have to be well disciplined to get stuff done as well, and not just come to uni and not have your mindset in the right place. I remember that A-levels was one of the hardest things that I was doing at the time, but it does get a bit more tough, but uni is so much fun, and being a medical student, everything's just so interesting. The tough side is always there with medicine, but because stuff just gets more interesting and more fun, it kind of makes up for the fact that medicine is quite tough. And one more thing is that in A-levels, for each subject, I had like 1 or 2 textbooks to work from. But in medicine, you just have these unlimited resources from library. You get books, articles, journals, all these sort of things. You get lectures and videos and stuff from the uni. There's just so many resources that you gotta just appreciate that you can only learn so much. So it's about picking what works for you and sticking to it, and feeding it back during PBL sessions. So it took time for me to adjust and see what worked for me when I was starting university. Now, the thing about PBL is it can be quite controversial. For me, at the start, I didn't really like it that much. It's the fact that you get these objectives from these scenarios and then off you go, you just learn about them. And here you go, there's some lectures to help accompany that. Majority of the learning that you had to do was by yourself, whether it's by getting a textbook from the library or just finding an online resource or getting help from people in the year above, which is really good if you're a medical student, because the year above, treat them like gods, because they will give you stuff, they will help you out, because they've done it, they will make sure that you do it as well. Yeah, I found PBL difficult at the start, but I got used to it. I ended up kind of liking how PBL worked, as I was going along, because you get more freedom, you get to know what works for you. Once you get that foundation sorted, I think PBL is really good, because you just have more time rather than just having lectures, like 9 to 5 lectures like a traditional course. So I prefer PBL now as I did when I was starting doing it, because now I know where I can get the information from. If it's to do with clinical skills, there are a set of resources that I use for that. If it's to do with non-medical sciences, there are resources for that. And of course with PBL you get these recommended resources from the uni, but I just find that some things which I use are better suited for me than the ones that the uni give me. So with PBL you get a bit more freedom, so because of that I like the fact that Lancaster's PBL. And one more thing that I wanted to mention, which wasn't explicitly told to me at the start, is the fact that Lancaster works in a sort of spiral curriculum. So spiral curriculum is essentially where you have a topic and you keep coming back to it, but every time you come back to that topic you build more and more onto it. So if I give an example, in first year you might learn about the electrical activity of the heart and how to put ECGs on patients. As the year goes on, you come back to the electrical activity of the heart, echocardiogram and so on and so forth, and you learn about how it will look when there's different sorts of diseases. So you're just building on that basic concepts and putting diseases and how it would look in this condition, how it would look in that condition. So you basically build on that foundation, and it's kind of like a spiral curriculum where in a way it's sort of spaced repetition, where you're relearning the basic concepts, which is really important, because if you don't know what's normal, then how would you know what's abnormal? So in a way this spiral curriculum really helps with your learning as well, which I really like about Lancaster. And another thing that I want to mention about Lancaster is the fact that my year group is quite small. So in my year it's about 60 to 70 people, and it might not be the case for new years because the cohort is just getting bigger and bigger as the uni improves and stuff. But what I like about the small group is the fact that you get to know everyone. You know everyone, you know what they like, it feels as though you're part of a family, and it's just really nice, because I find it awkward if I'm in final year and I'm still meeting people for the first time and getting to know them. It will just feel a bit awkward, but now I know pretty much everyone in our year quite well, and it's quite nice because you're in PBL groups and hospital groups for months before you change and you go to a different rotation. So that's something I really like about Lancaster, and the good thing about that is that if you're ever stuck with anything, you can just ask your friends for resources, or like some of their notes, or maybe a lift to the same hospital placement if you're in the same group together. So that's something that I like, which is the fact that we're a small group and you get to know everyone. But the new upcoming years, they're getting bigger and bigger, so it might not be the case if you're going to be joining Lancaster anytime soon, because now it's gone up to over 100 now. Okay, so those are some of the things that I find good being a student at Lancaster. So before finishing up, I just wanted to make this video just so that people who are thinking of joining Lancaster can get an idea of what it's like from a student anyways. And so yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found it useful, let me know. I want to wish you all the best of luck if you're thinking of starting medicine, whether it's at Lancaster or not. Medicine is a field where you put others first, and it's truly a service, not just a profession. I enjoy medicine, I really like it, it's good fun, and I hope you found this video useful. If you did, let me know in the comments. So take care, thank you for watching, bye bye.